Sarah, with the scene that's unfolding there, David, that's very tense, that possibly they think there's something to this.
And Kate, you're right about with people on edge. We've seen a lot over the past couple of days, a lot of police activity that looks like it could be something and then turns out to be nothing. But Sarah Kanji, I think, is right on the money. You don't normally see this. We put this picture full frame so you can see that there's an individual there on the right side of your screen, very heroic person, who's now getting dressed up in this bomb squad gear as they approach the cab that Sarah Kanji was talking about. And Sarah, do we know anything more about the cab? Are there people still inside the cab, or were the only two people inside the ones that are now on the ground in handcuffs?
I believe the only two people are in handcuffs. I first got a view when I was headed over here on the bridge that leads to Fenway. So we stopped and got that aerial view of it, and it appeared to be only those two people who were in that cab. And then they were searching. It does look like they're searching some sort of bag, a backpack. They moved it back quite a bit for safety reasons at this point. And as I said, the two people, and once they started to move, I would call them two men. I can't say whether they looked like, whether either one of them looked like the suspect that's still at large, the second marathon bombing suspect. I just didn't get a good enough look to say for sure. But again, the cab still is here, and now it appears that the bomb squad is going to go in and check out the rest of the cab, and they do just that quite a bit. However, there's still traffic on the ramp from Sterling to Fenway. I imagine if this becomes a bigger threat, that will be shut down as well. They did just that. My colleague, photographer Aaron Schrader, was actually on Conrad on the other side. He was pushed back as well. I'm hoping to meet up with him at some point. But again, here on Conrad and Charles Gate, the cab pulled over, two men handcuffed. First, they were on the curb as police searched the taxi cab, and then they've been moved, I believe, to a police vehicle behind us, behind the cab. They've been doing a search, Boston Police Special Operations here, putting together equipment and also suiting up. And I believe they're about to check further more and more. And they moved us back for our safety, for everyone's safety.
Sarah, you're in Kenmore Square. Obviously, police wanted to keep people in Watertown and Alston and Brighton and all those communities inside. What are you seeing as far as public? Because obviously that wasn't part of the area that they were telling people to not go outside. What are you seeing as far as public out on the street, people out on the street heading to work? Obviously, MBTA is all shut down, so that makes things more difficult. But what's the scene as far as regular people out there?
Well, I having a little hard time hearing you, Kate, but I think you're asking about just residents and regular folks who might be in the area. There are some people who were on Ave who now been shoot away. They actually were running a bit, jaunting outside of the yellow tape. And I'm going to go and try to talk with them just to see exactly what they were told. But I was earlier in Cambridge and making my way here, and while I was in Cambridge, all of the police activity was heading towards Watertown. And then when I got the assignment to come this way, suddenly the police vehicles were going the other way.
That's when it's turned around.
All right, Sarah Kanji in Kenmore Square for us this morning with a developing, unfolding scene there. And these live pictures are back in Watertown now, where they've now got the crime scene tape up around this building in Watertown. Again, a 20-block radius in Watertown that they're also looking for the suspect. People are being told to stay in their homes. Watertown really been the center of this investigation all night long, where they chased these suspects last night. And now that's where the concentration is at this hour.
We've been very careful all week long that when we see something happening out on the streets, we're very careful to sort of try to double and triple check before we put it on television. But Sarah Kanji giving us that information about this cab that was stopped in Kenmore Square, the two people were taken out, put in cuffs, and put on the ground. That in and of itself wouldn't be enough to sort of make a big deal of. But the fact that they have the bomb squad there now, we do want to show you the video. So we're just turning this around. It is raw video, and at some point we're told you will see the two suspects in cuffs
We don't know. We don't know who these people are. We don't know if they're connected. All we do know is that police were concerned enough to take them out of a cab and put handcuffs on them. So we don't know their role. What we do know is police are surrounding them. It's a very big scene. Now, obviously, it's a very tense morning all over the place. Police are on high alert looking for this person who is still on the run with explosives. You can see them there in this raw video just coming in from our photographer, William Meservey, who just shot it minutes ago. They're dumping out a CVS bag there. You can see they're going through another bag to see what's inside, presumably from the cab there. Again, this unedited video just feeding in right now from Kenmore Square, where police are taking a very close look at two men who are in that cab today, who've been taken out of the cab, now are in handcuffs, but we do not know their involvement. You see the hood up, the trunk is open, and they are now searching that car. Members of the bomb squad there. You can see the individual sitting on the sidewalk right now there in handcuffs. Again, we don't know their role, we don't know their involvement, but police are concerned enough to cause this big scene.
And we should point out that it has happened over the past couple of days where we've seen a scene like this with people put on the ground and being held for a couple of minutes, and then suddenly nothing, and they're let go. So that's at least a possibility. But we thought the fact that the bomb squad is there, the fact that they're checking out the cab, the fact that they're going through their belongings, we thought that this was important enough to pass along to you. Of course, with tension so high right now, we may see a lot of this throughout the morning. This is happening in Kenmore Square, and I think it's a good opportunity to tell you that BU has also closed down for the day right there in that area. Boston University closed, Harvard closed, MIT closed, Emerson College closed, and I think we'll see more of that as well. Because, again, they're telling you if you live in Alston, Brighton, in Waltham, in Belmont, in Newton, in Watertown, in Belmont, Cambridge, that you should be staying home this morning. And of course, a lot of the college students live in those communities. If they can't leave their house, you might as well close down a lot of these colleges.
It's important to note there that the two guys sitting on the sidewalk that were taken out of that cab, neither are wearing that gray sweatshirt that we saw the suspect have on overnight in the 7-Eleven video we showed you. But again, this is raw, unedited video coming in from just moments ago from our photographer, William Meservey, from Kenmore Square, of a heavy police presence there as well. But again, so all eyes are on the region as far as looking for this guy who had the gray sweatshirt on, one of the suspects in the marathon bombing. One suspect this morning is confirmed dead at Beth Israel. The second is on the run.
We just moments ago, Kate, got a name from the Associated Press that the surviving bomb suspect, the one on the right-hand side of your screen in the white hat, is identified now, again, by the Associated Press as Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, 19 years old, of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Of course, last night's development started in Cambridge at MIT with the shooting of an MIT officer. But again, the AP right now putting out a name for the bombing suspect, identified as Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, 19 years old, of Cambridge. The FBI has been very, very careful, and we actually heard from the commissioner earlier today, too, saying that they have names, but they were being very careful about getting them out there. But the Associated Press has now taken that next step. A couple of minutes ago, they reported that they are from Russia, the bombing suspects from a region near Chechnya, that they've lived in the U.S. for at least 1 year. But now the Associated Press taking the rather bold move of actually putting a name out there, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, 19 years old.
Bob Moore saying that authorities didn't think the name was as important as the picture. And as you can see, if you're just waking up now, 6:45 on a Friday morning, the man on the left, this is the same guy, shot on the left is from overnight, 7-Eleven in Cambridge, which began all at 10:30 last night. It began with a robbery, and then an MIT police officer was killed. They chased these two bombing suspects. They hijacked a car and an innocent person. That person was taken for a ride for half an hour, let go unharmed. A gun battle ensued in Watertown with police. The other guy died. The second suspect died in that shooting, was taken to Beth Israel. This person is still on the run this morning. You can see him from the finish line at the marathon. That shot was released at 2 a.m., a front shot of him. The second shot was taken tonight, overnight, at a 7-Eleven. So now police are searching for him in Watertown. Our Jim Smith is joining us live. He is at Beth Israel, where, at Kenmore Square, where there is a huge police presence and those people were taken out of the cab. Jim, what can you say?